Hey Clashers, let's talk about the second part of the update, which is going to drop within the next 2 to 3 days in the game. First off, we're going to get a new overview for the training menu, which is going to make things way easier, way more clear when training your army compositions. On top of that, we have the removal of the training time, but this needs a couple of more changes because it actually has quite a bit of impact. The first one is as well the goal pass. Right now we have a trainings perk in the goal pass, which is going to be removed. It's going to be replaced by a donation reduction pretty much, which means if you have the goal pass and instead of having the training time reduction, you have now up to 80% reduction of the request time, which means every 2 minutes you can request a clan castle. For everyone without the goal pass, it is always 10 minutes. The next change, which you have already right now in the game, is the trophy rework. Because with having no training time anymore, people can do way more attacks, and there could be an overall trophy inflation. Because of that, Supercell has changed how the trophies work, which means for this attack we could get up to 21 trophies with a 3-star, and so far you would get 1/3 of those trophies with a 1-star, 2/3 with a 2-star, and then with 3 stars you would get all of them. This is now going to be changed that you're getting only 1 trophy with a star, and well, 2 trophies with a 2-star. Which means, if you don't 3-star, you are not making as many trophies anymore. This obviously hurts the low town out pushers, but let's be honest, there's not that many of them, okay? It has to happen because otherwise trophy system would be completely messed up. The next thing is, as soon as the second part of the update is going to drop, in the next 2 to 3 days, the training potions are going to be removed and converted into gems. So make sure that you're using before them. As well, if you want to make sure that you can request every 2 minutes a clan castle, if you want to get the gold pass, make sure that you're supporting your favorite content creator out there when buying so or any offers from the in-game shop. With credit code iTzu, you can support me and this channel, and it's really appreciated. But let's move on with the overall overview of the new training army display UI, because this has changed quite a bit. This is now made way easier, where you have a really big screen of your heroes, where you can change the pets, the equipments, everything, or just select another hero than what you have right now. The next thing, if you're tapping on the troop area, if you're tapping on the spell area, you can just use any spell you have so far upgraded and just put it into your army composition. No training time needed. As soon as you're selecting those things, the army is ready to go. Nothing more to do, just press the attack button. Sounds easy, and it actually is a lot easier than what we have right now, where you have to wait for a specific army to build, then have to, set up the next army, then maybe you have only used half the army or something. It is just way easier overall. The next thing though is the clan castle, okay? So you always have within those armies, you have like a recommended clan castle, which you can build up pretty much, which is then displayed as a grayed out area. Which means you can then just request for the clan castle, and there's overall 3 options on how you can receive them. The first one is you can just donate them to yourself with the raid medals. Super simple, everything works as it happened before. Super simple. The next one though now is going to be changed, and this is, if you want to donate a teammate a clan castle, this is not working anymore with your own troops as before, because there is no training time, right? That would make no sense. Instead now, it is going to happen with resources, which means let's now request for a classic clan castle, I guess, like 2 dragons, couple of loons, rage, and then obviously a poison and such. We're going to request it not with the raid medals, but instead normally in the clan. After 10 minutes we can request again. With the gold pad would be 2 minutes in the 3rd perk level. And then we're switching to another account so we can donate to ourselves. And you can see already, those costs are not too little, but what you're exchanging here is that you're not having to spend any time anymore to actually cook those troops. Instead, in that time, you could just build your own army and attack 5 times, and you have those resources in super quickly. So that should be no problem whatsoever. I know though, this will be a controversial topic because the prices are not too low, but I guess it is what it is. Let's see how people will like it. But I think overall, it's a really solid improvement because typically you have enough resources anyways, especially now if you can just spam all of the troops in and get so many attacks done. It should be really simple and straightforward. But let's just do this now with a Dark Elixir clan castle. I think a really common one is 3 Hog Riders, then a couple of Valkyries, Rage and everything, right? Let's just see how expensive that would be. which means let's just request it again, switch to the other account, and we can see it's roughly a little bit over 1000 Dark Elixir. This is overall, and can be overall, quite a bit, especially for Legend players. But remember, Supercell already announced that they're going to have a Legend rework happening hopefully later this year, which means you won't only have 8 attacks on Legends. This is what they've communicated so far, which seems to be the current concept. Which means that will happen that you have more than 8 attacks, and then you can do more attacks, but only for resources. And that will be then versus Titan players, like versus the copied layouts from those, like the cloned layouts. That's pretty much how the entire system works. But that's still going to happen in the future. This is the concept right now. Obviously, this still might change. And as you have just seen, you can still donate with the gems or the 1 gem donation from the Go Pass. So that is still usable for sure if you don't want to spend the resources. But let's move on now with building another army. Because one of the most and coolest features of this entire rework is that now you finally have within recipes the heroes, the equipments, and as well the pets saved. Which means I will most likely upload tomorrow a video with like the top 10 strategies right now, all with updated links. Which means, well, you will have all of the new links as soon as you are going to use them, and you have the pets, the correct equipments, and everything. Which means that should be then super helpful. Hopefully the feature is going to happen then really quickly, so you can use them then right away. But this is going to make things way easier, because so far, at least for me, I have to check for like 10 minutes. It feels like, do I have the right hero, the right pet? Do I have the right equipment? Did I really equip the right equipment? It is just so annoying. And this is going to solve this, because you're just going to set once the correct equipment for a strategy, save it in your equipment, in your army recipes, and you're done. As well, the switching between armies is just super simple. Just press on the arrow and you can have a list of all of your different recipes of army compositions. You can save quite a bit of them, which means you have a lot of different options where you can save armies in and just select them freely, because again, you can just switch between them non-stop. You have no army training time, right? So that is just so nice. As well, you have now a shortcut within the army overview where you can just press attack and then you get into the attacking screen, which makes things easy again. Another thing which you might have already noticed, but it's kind of like the hero hall where you select skins for your heroes. Those skins will be then displayed in the overall army overview as well, which is kind of cool. But to be honest, I feel like it's really hard to see those skins anyways within the army overview, because everything is so compact, right? So it's a nice touch, don't get me wrong, but to me, the overall feature is just the major star in this overall change. As well, you are able to select out of the different equipments. They are going to display at the bottom side, and things are going to hopefully be easy. I'm looking forward to what the community thinks. What is your feedback? Do you like all of those changes? Do you think they're good, they're bad? What are your feelings? I feel like especially the donation system that you, with the resources, people need to get used to. But I feel like as soon as people are understanding that they can do so many more attacks, so many more efficient attacks, because they're not relying on the sneaky goblins anymore, I think it won't be as drastic as you might think. I feel like in the beginning it might be a bit annoying for especially Legend players, but I guess that is going to hopefully then fixed really soon with the Legend rework of like how the attacking works, and let's see if they're still going to change their plans there, but this is what they were communicating on like social media. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next class video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.